Welcome, welcome. If you guys have earbuds in, make sure you turn down the volume just a little bit because I'm going to hit the bell. And yeah, this is your confirmation. If you guys come across this message, then it is for you. Okay, it is your confirmation. And let's do a sound check really quick. Can you guys hear me okay? Hi, John. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Greg. Hi, Marion. Happy Monday, guys. Okay, this is gonna be a doozy. Okay, I did channeled writing for your download, and I just did this for Patreon. I tried it out on Patreon first, where I just channel some bullet points, and then I go in and I'm gonna go in and confirm those bullet points that I channeled. Okay. Hi, guys. So what I wrote down is King Kong ain't got nothing on you. Okay? King Kong ain't got nothing on you. Silence is your superpower. Shifting with gratitude. Ops trying to tell you to be humble and sit down. I got Nat King Cole, unforgettable. Destiny swap poachers, access denied. And unbelievable self-love. Okay? So I got King Kong ain't got nothing on you. Silence is your superpower. Shifting with gratitude. The ops trying to tell you to be humble and sit down. Nat King Cole, unforgettable. Destiny swap poachers, access denied. And you are going to be feeling some type of unbelievable self-love. You are going through a transition. You have passed a test. And it's almost like you guys have this inside joke with God or the universe or the divine that, like, you be knowing stuff, and other people that are judging you, stalking, gawking, and looking and staring, you're like, you don't know nothing. If you know, you know. And you're kind of looking at people like, I know you're staring. So while you're staring, let me give you something to talk about. You already know that people stare at you. You already know that people are always looking and like oohing and awing and whispering. So you're really about to set things off. Because however you're about to maneuver or are maneuvering, you're like, I'm going to give them something to talk about. They're going to stare anyways. I might as well advertise for the divine or the universe or God or whatever it is that I stand on. Yeah. Because you are starting to really believe in your powerful influence. Okay, you are believing in your power to influence. And because of that, you're like, well, if people are going to stare at me, they're going to look at me, they're going to roll their eyes at me, they're going to whisper about me, I might as well give them something to really stew on. This is your confirmation that you changed the game. You are continuously changing it. And you are showing people that class is in session. They want to humble you, judge you, misinterpret everything that you say. You're like, I know, you don't. Ooh, I'm hearing an airplane overhead. So you're not trying to, you're just like laughing. Like they don't get it now, but they'll get it later. They don't really understand classes in session. It's training day. It is training day. So somebody here could really like that movie or really like Denzel. Because we got King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Okay? If you know, you know. And even though you guys could go off on people about what you know, you don't. Because you're like, what's the point? What's the point? You guys are like a sage in your own right, because you know when to give people the information that you know, and you know when not to. You know intuitively when to share what you know and when to not. You know when it's going to be, people are going to be more receptive to that information, or when you're just going to blow their mind, knock their socks off, and they're just going to be discombobulated. But I mean, no matter what, you guys got people straight tripping everywhere you go. So what you're doing is you are now like a walking advertisement. You are a walking billboard for what you stand on. You're like, if they're going to talk, if they're going to gawk, if they're going to stalk, I'm going to give them something to really be mad about. You are a savage. You changed the game. Now you're on to the next game, and you're about to change that one. Anything you dabble in, you change the game. You make it iconic. You make it timeless. You're networking more, and you're also staying more silent about where you're transitioning to or what's on your mind. And you are only giving out those facts or your knowledge or wisdom when you feel like it's going to be more receptive or when it's needed. Even if people aren't going to be receptive, you know the time and the place of when to drop these gems. Okay? You guys have a lot of people sprung on you right now, and you can feel this energy. So you're making sure that you are using your power and your influence responsibly. Let me give you an example. When I'm running a live stream, that is my home. Anybody that enters my home is on the fuck around and find out list. So when you come into my home and you want to act crazy, when you come into my home and you want to act like a whole banana hamster wheel dumpster fire of circus monkeys, I got something for your ass. Because I want everybody else that belongs in my home to feel safe there. I had to block so many people in the last live stream. It was utterly ridiculous. You are learning to be responsible with your power of influence. So when I want people in my tribe, in my family, in my collective sharing and feeling safe to share, feeling safe to connect, there's always somebody that wants to come in and ruin that. And I ain't standing for that. Not now, not never. Not ever. So, you guys have a bunch of people trying to come in low key. These are like people that think they're whispering, but they're not whispering. And you guys see how people maneuver, and it's like the same. It's very predictive. It's very predictable. For instance, when I'm dealing with ops in the live chat, there's like 3 different types, okay? There's the kind that comes in trying to undermine. There's the type that comes in with the foul language. And then there's the type that comes in with the explicit language. They're just the same. It's predictable, 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 predictable. Projections in their own way that I'm not here for. You guys show people that they're irrelevant. You show people King Kong ain't got nothing on me. And you are who? These people wouldn't have anything to talk about half the time if you didn't give them something to talk about. They don't have anything going on in their life. You guys are putting ops in their place, bullies in their place. You want to know why you trigger people? Okay? This is why you make people upset. This is why you trigger them. Because you force them to look at what is going on in their life, what they're not working on. It's upsetting to them. This is your confirmation that you've changed the game and class is in session. These flying monkeys ain't got nothing on you. These destiny swappers ain't got nothing on you. Because you have the inside joke. You have the inside information. You have the inside scoop of what is about to happen, what is currently unfolding. And you know that they cannot handle the truth. They cannot even handle your light. So they cannot handle the truth. Do you know what I mean? So there's people coming in and they're like, oh my gosh, you're this, you're that, you're this. Or they're trying to fly under the radar. You see through all of it. You are very intuitive. You have become more reserved in watching what people do and how they are upset by you just simply being, gleaming, breathing, just being yourself. And they want to pop off. And you are not the one. You've never been the one. But there's all this rage that they have. And so there's people teaming up against you, trying to cause some type of disturbance against your transition. I'm going to say that again. You guys are getting ready to transition. You're leaving things behind. You are cleaning house. You are making room for miracles, blessings, all types of things. And that means you got to move some people up out of the way too. As you're getting ready for this transition, as you're getting ready to be even more independent, be the leader of the pack, and be responsible with your power of influence or your power to influence, there are flying monkeys teaming up, and they're like, oh my gosh, like they can't win in life. It just can't happen because I don't have my life together. Now, they're not really thinking like I don't have my life together, but they don't really understand why they're triggered. When somebody is triggered, it is something that they are realizing that they are not willing to accept. They are not willing to accept your light and the fact that they're not working on theirs. You guys show people their shadow. Okay, you guys trigger people because they see, oh my gosh, like they have this happy relationship and it looks really healthy. I don't have that. F them. Oh my gosh, I'm not working on being an entrepreneur or my purpose or shadow work in general. I tell you guys all the time, when you are in the room, people feel some type of way. But when they're in the room by themselves, they feel like they're amazing. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm so cool. They think that they're the sun. They're trying to pass off as the sun. They are trying to pass off. They are trying to make it look like they are the leader of the pack. So when you enter the room, everybody shifts towards you because you naturally expose fraudulent behavior. People feel put on blast when you're around. So they gather and commiserate with other insecure people in the spirit of envy, in the spirit of jealousy, and they want beef with you. But they don't feel strong enough to go at you. They want other people like, are you insecure? Are you insecure? Are you mad about your life? Are you bitter Betty over there? Oh, are you a petty LaBelle? Oh, are you a petty university dropout? Come over here. Let's cry about how we can't stand the collective. Let's gather all our harsh words for them. Let's send all our spell work because we're so mad. They're so irrelevant. These people are on a smear campaign that you're all about yourself, you're insincere, you're arrogant, that you're a crybaby. And this is because you put a boundary up. Like, you better talk to me nice. I know you're not talking to me. Okay? You better talk to me nice. I know you're not talking to me. So all these trigger responses, people are really temperamental right now. They want to argue with you. They want to rage towards you. And you have an understanding of what time it is. Silence is your superpower, and you know when to speak. You know when it's the appropriate time to speak. You know when it's the appropriate time to network. You know when there's no words needed. So people are, as they're feeling some type of way, there's a big reason why you're dealing with certain disturbances right now. And it is because they feel silenced. They feel that they have been told where to go and how to get there. And now they're really, 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 really mad. So behind the scenes, they are trying to stop you from getting to the next game. Okay, you changed this game over here. You left everyone's head spinning. On to the next, you're transitioning. And so there's been weird disturbances. 1 to 3 weird disturbances that you guys have been dealing with because they are that desperate. I mean, they could be sleeping in the graveyard. They could be sacrificing animals. They could be doing whatever. Here we don't empower the op, but we are aware of them. Okay? And you guys will know out of the gate if this is your message. Because you are in your purpose and you have powerful influence. No matter what it is that you do. No matter if you are in a corporate environment, you stand out. A 9 to 5, you stand out. And this is something that you guys deal with all the time. If this is not something that you deal with all the time, this is not your message. Okay? So there's no reason to jam it up and make it fit and say all types of irrelevant things because they don't matter. They are for the people that are getting ready to transition. They are constantly changing games. They constantly have people popping off on them, and you are constantly elevating. You have a powerful purpose and destiny to open people's minds. You are walking karma. If that is not you, there are plenty of other messages. So, we have shifting with gratitude. As certain things have been coming to play, okay, double energy, you guys are seeing like, what the heck is this? What the heck is that? What's going on over here? They're being a whole weirdo, like what's going on? And as you're seeing that, you could be feeling upset like, well, I thought this was going well, but now it's being slowed down. I thought this was going good. So what you're going to be doing is instead of dissecting the little things that are going wrong and inviting in the spirit of delay, you are going to be focusing on all the things that are consistent, all the things that are going amazing. Okay? If you guys are in the States, I recommend that whoever you pray to, that we pray for everyone on the East Coast, everyone dealing with natural disasters, that we pray for them. Okay? I meant to say that at the beginning. But you guys show people that things are going well, but inside or internally you feel like, oh my gosh, like they could be going way better. Like they think that's amazing. Like I should be doing way better. But that's not what you're going to focus on anymore. What you're going to be focusing on is things could be way worse. Okay? You could be going through a state of emergency. You could be going through things that would really tear your world apart and really knock you on your behind. So what you're doing is you're being really grateful, like, okay, things could be way worse. I'm praying for everyone in North Carolina. I'm praying for everyone in Florida. And there's just a lot of things going on right now. And you guys are very aware of the big picture. And as you're aware of that, you're like, I need to be considerably grateful. Because you've been without. You've been down and out. And you're just going to sit in that instead of, oh my gosh, well, this one thing, it's still not going right. Well, what the frick? Oh, this other thing over here, I thought that was going to gain momentum, but it's slowing down. What is going on? You're like, forget that. You guys are very receptive to energy and information right now. But you also have to kind of not let all of that flood in at once. You're having to be really careful so you don't become a dumpster of information and having to sift through everything you're seeing, everything you're reading. There are some very eye-opening things happening right now, especially with weather. If you know, you know. And you are showing people that you are legitimate, that your power to influence is genuine, that you have a certain transparency, that you have a healed perspective. People could get mad at you for your point of view, and they don't really understand why that's your point of view. But if they're not receptive, or if they're not ready, you're not going to drop that gem. You're only going to drop those gems for people that are really like, I don't know what's going on. Can you inform me? And then you inform them. We have fake rich. Excessive debt and flaunting. Ops want you to be humble and sit down because you are trying to grow things in your life. You are trying to cleanse, you're purging. I'm getting a lot of you guys are fasting, especially if you're in the States. And it might not even be for a necessarily like spiritual reason. It might be because of all of the things that are in food. Okay, so I'm getting that some of you guys are going to be cleansing in that aspect or purging because, no, let me not use the word purging. You're going to be cleansing by fasting because when we're hungry, our body will naturally eat and get rid of things. And you're just trying to take it one day at a time with all of the information that you're finding out, but you definitely have people around you that are upset that you're building. God forbid that you silently build over here. It's just very loud to people. When you walk through the room, it's very loud to them. It's very intense. So we have cringe. You're going to be getting this week a lot of shake my head, okay? Everywhere you go, say you go to the grocery store, say you're running errands, you're going to be getting a lot of like ew faces. You know, like there's like the oh face, like a lot of like ew. Who do they think they are? Oh, like people acting like they're repulsed. You're going to catch this a lot this week. But it's not going to affect you. It's, and in fact, going to make you stronger. So let's see what else is going on for you guys. We have Nat King Cole, unforgettable. You guys are going to be unforgettable this week. Those that try to swap destinies with you are finding out not only does everything that you do hit different, that you are top tier, irreplaceable, and superior. They can't stop this transition in your career. They cannot stop this transition in your purpose. And you're just going to be laughing all the way to your purpose, laughing all the way to the bank. Then we have unbelievable self-love. Wow, we have the GOAT. Unbelievable self-love. You are pulling back. I don't know what's going on with people around you, but you guys will know. There are certain people that you're going to be pulling away from right now. Family members, friends, because they are showing their true colors. They're showing how triggered they are. And you're going to be giving yourself a lot of self-love. Affirm it below. I am the greatest. I change the game daily. Okay? I am the greatest. I change the game daily. People are mad. They see that you're not going anywhere. They cannot get you to stand down. Devil energy cannot get you to bow down, kiss the ring, stand down. It's not happening. So you're looking at devil energy like, do we have an understanding? I'm going to need you to back all the way up. I'm going to need you to take several seats. Because I'm not going anywhere. I am not going anywhere. I learned the word no. Yes, that is very important. You guys standing on your own and backing up away from people, really tapping into your boundaries and your resources. Like, I'm going to have more fun. I'm going to love myself more. I'm going to accept who I am. I'm going to work on my shadow. I am going to tell people, no, that is unacceptable. I'm going to need you to move. What does it take to be number one? I thought about titling this video that. You are number one. Because I heard that song. What does it take to be number one? It's at the end of training day. When they're doing the credits. What does it take to be number one? Someone here is going to be investing in making money from home or investing in a home business. You're trying a different approach. Okay? A lot of you guys are starting to see that this transition is coming, like it or not, ready or not. The transition is here. And you're trying to change your outlook. You're trying to be more open-minded. Like, this could be a good thing. I'm just going to stay ready. I'm going to pray more. And I really feel intuitively like if fasting is not normally your thing, you're about to make it your thing. Because you're really wanting to cleanse things and clear things out in your life and in your body. Now, I am not a doctor. Okay. So, take that if it fits. But you're just sitting in your own bubble like, yeah, I don't need that. Nope, I don't like that. Nope, I'm going to stand up for myself. Nope, I am powerful. I am influential. Affirm it below. I am influential in every sense of the word. I am influential in every sense of the word. I drop mics daily. Daily. You guys drop your microphones down below. Because even on your worst day, spaghetti on the shirt, hair cocked to the side, you got it going on. You changed the game. Class is in session and people are mad. Like, you can't pop off at the teacher. You're going to have to sit down. Okay? You're going to have to sit down. Somebody could have ghosted you, or you could have ghosted somebody recently because you are so disappointed in them. You're like, I'm not going to sit here and do a little do-si-do with you. I'm not going to sit here and even explain anything to you. They're not receptive. Somebody here has ghosted. You guys could have ghosted somebody or cut somebody off. And you decided, I'm not going to say anything to them. You guys being the sage, you're not going to say anything to them because you see that they wouldn't be receptive to it anyways. They would stand on it anyways. So you're like, what's the point? Riddle me what? What would be the point of that? You're like, what would be the point of me telling them, you did this, you did that, you did this. You're not going to get an apology. You're not going to get them to take accountability. They couldn't be bothered. They couldn't care less. But because of somebody that you recently cut off, because of somebody you recently just was like, I'm done. And you could have known them for a while. Because of how you cut them off, or because of why you had to cut them off, you're like, oh my gosh, now I see anyone like that coming from a mile away. Now you guys see anybody like that coming from a mile away. Like, okay, now I see their game. I see how they pump faked me. I see how they lied about this, or they try to overcompensate that. It's like you had to go through that. I know it caused somebody some trauma, though. It caused somebody severe aggravation and pain, and you're still picking up the pieces. So you ain't got nothing to say to them, because they probably ain't even called to check on you. This person probably is not even called to check on you. So they really got you all the way effed up. Now you're starting to see why people disappear on them. Now you're starting to see why people walk away from them. Or why people don't F with them. You guys could have been around this person despite what your intuition was telling you. But now, going through that, you're going to be even more careful with letting people like that into your life. Whether it's in love or friendship or business. It's like this person, in a very personal way, tried to make you feel like illegitimate. Or like crazy. I don't like that. I don't like that. So you guys are standing guard. You are protecting yourself. But you're tired of enduring. You know what I just realized about this card? Because I've gotten it in almost every message. I feel like now you are letting God provide. Now you are letting your ancestors, your angel provide for you and protect you. And now, here you are. You're the goat back here. So before, you were like, I got to do this all myself. I got to defend, protect, honor. I'm so tired of persevering. I'm so tired of enduring. Now you're going to let God take the wheel, the divine take the wheel, the universe take the wheel. And now look at you in the background. You get to go frolic and play and go be your best self. Wow. Some of these people that are plotting revenge, oh my gosh, they're wasting their time. I literally can't. I literally can't. All these people whispering, they're like whispering loud to try to get your attention. Oh my gosh, they're wasting their time. But here we go. You guys are realizing that you are going to lighten your load by any means necessary. That is coming in fast. You are going to lighten your load by any means necessary. You guys are going to start playing more games with the universe. Because now how you're changing the game, and I'm hearing a Harley in the background, so confirmation. Now how you're changing the game in your life currently is how you have fun. So something you're going to be doing is maybe something you did when you were a small child. When you see certain things, it's going to mean certain things are happening. Like, God, if you show me a moth, that means that this is coming in. God, if you show me a butterfly, that means this is coming in. God, if you make the sun come out, that like something that you don't normally see. So you guys have things coming in even faster because you are going to make it more fun. You're going to be more lighthearted. You're going to be more playful. Almost because like you know too much information. You guys know so much. And people literally think you're naive. That could not be further from the truth. I feel like they know better, but they just have to stick to that narrative. They have to stick to that storyline. That like, oh, they're naive. They don't know. They don't know. But you do know. If you know, you know. You do know. You know far too much information of what's going on around the world, what's going on politically, what's going on with the weather, what's going on with the economy, what's going on all around the world. You guys know. You guys know things you wish you did not know. And so what you're going to be doing is taking a load off from enduring, from knowing, from being so receptive to information and playing. It's time for you to take this leap into knowing where your heart is. You guys could be leaving an industry because you're like, my heart is not there anymore. You could be good at this industry. You could have been there a very long time. So this is a transition and a leap of faith for you to know what you deserve. If you're like, yeah, I was there for a while and I'm good at it and I made, you know, stability out of that. You might even have support there still, but you are seeing certain things in this industry that you're like, I don't want to be a part of anymore. You guys could also be seeing a lot of black birds. You guys could also be staying away from certain cities. Maybe you were planning a vacation or you were planning a road trip or a work trip and you're like, I'm not going to those cities for anything. You guys are very intuitive with energy, especially geographically. Does that make sense? I think it does. So there are certain cities that you know aren't rocking at the vibration you want to be anywhere near. And you ain't going there for nothing. You are not going there for nothing. Like everyone else could go there for wish fulfillment. And you're like, you could not pay me to go there. You could not pay me to go there. And you're starting to see people that you know or people on social media that have changed because of the city that they go to or reside in. You're like, I want no part of that. I want no part of what's going on there. There's so much information that you guys just know intuitively, and then you know because you look into things. Wow. There could be some people that you care about that have moved certain places and you've seen a change in them. And you're like, yeah, I'm not going there. I'm not moving there. I'll wait. Or I'll never go there. Some of you guys that live on the East Coast in the States, you're seeing what time it is. Like, and the reason why I said pray for the people on the East Coast, especially in Florida, especially North Carolina, is because everyone is still recovering from Helene. And here comes Milton. Like, riddle me what? People are waking up. They are waking up. And where I'm from, they don't get hit like that normally. And yes, it is hurricane season. But I mean, my eyes are wide open. So my prayers are up. All the way up. Because there's something bigger going on. You guys used to think that conspiracy theories were crazy. And now you realize that's what they want you to think. Okay, that's what they want you to think. Like, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. Da, da, da. You're like, I don't care if people think I'm crazy. You're like, I don't care. I know what I know. So my prayers are all the way up. You guys could be praying and fasting for those in states with state of emergency because they are being used possibly as a pawn for something far bigger and far more messed up that could happen to any of us in the States if our eyes are not open, if our heads are not up. So when people are looking at you crazy and they're judging you and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so triggered, you don't give a fuck. Because there's bigger things going on. You're like, oh, you don't like me? I don't care. I literally don't care. I have the power to influence. I got to be responsible with that. So I got to go help people. You help people wake up. You help people be more receptive to information. So all the hecklers in the back, you give zero you know what's about. You give zero you know what's about. You're like, I can't be bothered. I literally can't. You guys are going through a major breakthrough with how you receive information, how you look at theories, how you look at conspiracies. Your mind is changed. Absolutely changed. I believe it was in 1920 that they removed a lot of things from books. Okay, 1920. Because they didn't really want us to be looking at anything too extraterrestrial. Do you know what I mean? And they wanted us looking at history a certain way and just everything a certain way. If you know, you know. And I feel like that's why when people see it in the movie industry, there's always creatures and and aliens, and there's some type of something going on. And they want you to think that that's out of the ordinary. But there were more elements to the books that were being read before then, and that has been changed. And so your guys' eyes and brains are open, and it's so much information, you're just like, hold on. I need a break. Some of the things that maybe you long ago thought were far-fetched are not far-fetched. Such as messing with the weather, messing with clouds. Like, a lot of you guys know I'm Hawaiian, African American, and Asian. And like the Maui fires, for instance. Okay? There are things going on where there is sacred land, okay? Sacred land that is not going to mean as much to whoever wants it, but they want it, okay? I'm sure you guys have seen things going all over social media with the lithium and the quartz in the ground. And if that's really the case, it's absolutely terrible. If they're really trying to affect what's happening the first week of November, that's really terrible. But no matter where you are in the world, it is to show you that it can happen to anyone if that is the case. If that is what's really going on, it's showing us like, well, damn. If those fires are with lasers and that was just messed with, that hurricane and that storm and that flood, you guys are going to rise out of this manure. You guys are going to rise out of this dog shit. So all the hecklers in the back can go fly a kite off of whatever. They can go get a hobby. They need to go to grandmother's bingo, because you are not the one. You are going to help restore faith, order, and hope. I'm going to say that again. You are going to rise up out of this dog shit to help restore faith, hope, and something else. I forgot. But you guys know what I'm saying. Okay? You guys know what I'm saying. People are like, I don't believe anymore. I don't know what to do. You are a powerful influence. And with everything going on right now, this is why you're transitioning. I strongly believe that. I strongly believe that some of you guys are transitioning away from certain industries because you have powerful influence, and you're going to be helping the world wake up on a big scale. Because something you're going to be passionate about is helping people see that they're not crazy, that they're not alone. This is a big breakthrough. I'm hearing another airplane. You guys have all the dots connected. You feel me? You guys have all the dots connected. You guys see things from a different outlook, a different point of view, a different perspective. You got a different opinion, and you don't care who has a problem with it. You don't care. Because when push comes to shove, them being upset and them being behind on what's really going on is not your problem. They might have to learn the hard way. They might have to take the scenic route. You are transitioning as the star to see like, okay, well, this industry, though I might be good at this, they don't need me like that. This industry over here is going to need me like that. So there is so much going on because social media. Remember that we are in the age of Aquarius. So before, they could really control how we saw things before, okay? Especially my millennials, you know. Before, things didn't travel so fast. You had to watch Channel 3, Channel 5, Channel 12, Channel 15, Channel 10. But now we have YouTube, We have TikTok. We have Instagram. We have Facebook. We have X. We have all of these different outlets, and there's Reddit and all the things. They don't want that. Really think about that. They don't want that. They think they should be able to, like a couple of years ago, control that information that we get. Because since 1920, that's been the goal. No one really thought out, I don't think, how social media was going to really change that game when there's so many big things unfolding. So you don't really care who thinks you're crazy. You are the star. You are changing the game. Class is in session. You're like, you want to be sitting over there triggered and rolling your eyes, or you want to be a part of the solution? These people are big mad. They are big mad. So we have the devil. Okay. With this, there is a lot. And if you guys are content creators, and you already know, okay, if you guys are content creators and you already know how much they don't want you talking about, they don't want you saying. And so when all of this information is just swirling around and traveling literally like at the speed of light, they're not happy about that. You can interpret whoever the they is, but they are not happy about that information getting to you so fast. Because if one person sees a storm or a hurricane in a different way and they say, and then they state it in facts in black and white, and then they share that and it goes viral, they cannot control that. The media likes to control that. Not social media. I mean, they try to control social media, but you know what I mean. Mainstream media tries to control the who, the what, and the when, and the facts, and how you get them, and how you receive them. You guys are going to be helping people in other ways know that they're not crazy, that's not a conspiracy. You're changing your outlook. Devil energy wants to keep everybody with their head down on mind control. Listen, Linda, listen. I love that. Listen, Linda, listen. Listen, bestie. Andrea, thank you for your donation. And devil energy wants to take your heart and say, what? You didn't say that. You didn't see that. You said what you said and you saw what you saw. Okay? That is going to be like your anthem the rest of this year. People are going to be like, oh my gosh, you can't say that. I said it. I said it. Stop being a dummy. I said what I said and I stand on it. People be like, oh my gosh, you can't talk about this. You can't talk about that. Oh my gosh. You can't wear that. You can't do that. I said what I said and I did what I did. Now what? You want to put me in a petri dish? Do you want to make me your science experiment? Like, what do you want me to do? I can only stand on the truth. Devil energy is trying to stop everybody from being the Empress. Everybody from being the Emperor. And everybody from meeting their soulmate. Being happy. There's so much truth coming to light. There's so many facts coming to light. Jojo, welcome to VIP. Birds of a feather are going to be flocking together. And you are going to change this game on people feeling so scared to speak their mind. Being so worried about being canceled. Okay? When you don't do what the mainstream media wants, okay? When you do not do what the music industry wants, when you do not do what Hollywood wants, you get blackballed, okay? You get canceled. They want to sacrifice you, rip your heart out, stomp on it. And you are the star. And you're going to be attracting a lot of other stars. But there's a lot of energy. I don't want to say a lot, but there is energy behind the scenes with the rituals and doing all types of things, trying to stop you from this transition, because you are going to be a part of the solution, whether you can even see that far or realize that, or even mentally prepared for that. I'm not trying to scare anybody. But yeah, there's a new beginning that you're getting where you feel confident that people are waking up, and it's almost like you're excited to hopefully restore order or hope in people that are in fear of standing up. Okay. I saw this, I guess, meme a couple days ago where people would go at it. I mean, they would go to, you know what? They would go to battle for just a 2% raise in taxes. And now it's like up 40% and everyone's sitting on their phone. This is why you're here. Okay? This is why you are here. Everybody back in the day, let's say 1776, they were like, 2% tax raise. I ain't having that. And now it's 40 and above, and people are like, oh my gosh, well, let me just keep scrolling because I don't want to have any part of that. The type of money you're about to start making too, because you're going to leave certain things behind, certain limiting beliefs of like, oh, I can't do that. I mean, you are breaking curses daily. You've had to persevere through so much to be the one person in your bloodline, to be one of the main people in your bloodline or your family line that breaks these curses, as nobody else wanted to be bothered. Okay, nobody else wanted to be bothered. You guys decided in whatever realm, with whatever God, you decided, I want to go down there and help people. How do I do that? Well, you're going to trigger some people. They're going to be really annoyed because when they look at you, they're going to see like they could be doing better and they ain't doing it right. You're going to get a lot of hate. You're going to get a lot of pointing. You're going to get a lot of eye rolls. And you're like, okay, I'll deal with it. Okay. You know what I mean? You guys are breaking those chains and those curses for your family. Everybody over here wants to be in scarcity and having a pity party. You're like, not me. Chains broken. You're like, let me get to the knit and the grit of these generational curses. I want to change it for my family moving forward. And for that, you are going to have some serious money. Not pretend money. Okay, not Monopoly money. Like some real money. Life-changing. Okay, let's see what else is going on for you guys. What else do we have for... Let's see. What else do we have for silence? What else do we have for silence? Strategy and voice. Okay. Bestie. Getting some more confirmation for the silence is your superpower. You are becoming more strategic to succeed in the long term. So you're not going to be telling your strategy to just any old body. You're not going to be doing that because a lot of them are doing this. They're like, oh, you think you're so perfect? Let me put you in my I can't say it fast enough. Petri dish. Okay. Let me make you my science experiment. And your voice, okay? You are learning when to use your voice. Like, you might make some content, you're like, oh, I don't feel like people are ready to hear that yet. Let me just put it in my back pocket. Because you drop facts, you drop gems, and people are like, wait, what? I thought they were just a pretty face. They said all that? When did they say all that? People really want you to be naive. And yeah, that's just not in your DNA. Naive is not in your DNA. What do I tell you guys? Greatness is in your DNA. Not naive. We don't do naive. Okay? We don't. Social media. This is how you're shifting. And you might be thinking, well, I mean, my social media could be better. There could be more people on there. No, 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 no. I haven't said this in a long time. But if you try to jam all those people into one room, you'd be pretty stinking freaking grateful. And this happens to the best of people on social media. Okay? You could have a viral moment. Okay? You could have a spike and then it goes down and you're like, oh my gosh, like what's happening? And then you tie it to your self-worth. No. Even if it's 5,000 views, 5,000 followers, whatever. If you try to put all those people in your living room, bestie, would they fit? I'll wait. Okay? If you try to fit 2,000 of them in your living room, would they fit? So that's why you're shifting in gratitude. Like, you know what? It's fine. Okay? It's totally fine. There are at least 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 30,000, however many that want to listen. And you want those people to listen. Because they're not there to necessarily undermine you or do whatever. They're there because they genuinely want to learn and be open-minded because you are the game changer. You are the game changer. Okay, let's see. You're going to catch somebody in a lie this week. Ooh. Okay. Somebody that's been trying to bully you. You might be embarrassing somebody this week. We have the letter E and C. Somebody is definitely jealous of the power of your influence. Somebody is definitely intimidated that you cannot be bought. You guys might have listened to that message that I did a couple days ago. With your angels or your ancestors, you're going to be feeling in sync. You're going to be feeling like peas in a pod. Because I feel like some of you guys just got rid of some friends or possibly a lover. I am getting that some of you guys could live in Florida. If you guys are, please be safe. Please, please, please. Let's see. Somebody that disappointed you or hurt your feelings. What's going to be happening with them? They're going to have to work overtime to get you to come anywhere near them. Okay, somebody that could have recently hurt your feelings or try to bully you or like bulldoze you, they're going to have to work overtime once you leave their life for good. So they should really stop. Okay, I don't think they understand how much you bring into their life, but I feel like you're done with them. You're done with somebody. Some of you guys are evacuating or you're leaving or you're taking a flight. Yeah, people that are emotionally manipulative, or I feel like maybe super religious. There's maybe like some super cliquey or mean girls or mean boys. There's some people that are like, those are the people that are teaming up. I mean, they could be in the occult, they could be in the spiritual community, but there's a group of people, maybe this is your industry, and they're like, oh, everybody wants to do things like them, and we can't be having that, so like we should say something or we should do something. But I'm seeing that you're going to defy the odds. You're going to defy gravity. You're like in a hovercraft, and they're like, wait, where'd they go? A lot of you guys are going to make a lot of money on social media with your voice. And if you guys have been workaholics in the past, you're throwing that out the window. Again, you're sitting in gratitude and you're shifting in gratitude. Affirm it below. I am shifting in gratitude. I understand my strategy, my voice, and my silence. Because again, you guys know when to speak. You know when to hold them, and you know when to fold them. Okay, somebody here could be really good at poker. I love poker. You guys could have a really good poker face. Somebody here is definitely becoming a parent soon. Careful if you're not trying to be, because you're like, oh my gosh, in this world? You're like, in this world? But again, shift in gratitude that if you are becoming a parent in this world, that at least you know all the things that you know. Instead of being, you know, completely in the dark. At least you have a lot of knowledge. That knowledge is power. Okay, that knowledge is power. Okay, let's get on a love message for you guys. Okay, what's going on for karmics? Whoa. Some of you guys are nervous because you feel abandoned by this karmic or this situationship. And you're like, I know I need to release attachments with karmic people. You're creating a plan. Oh, shit. Okay, somebody here is creating a plan to leave somebody. Ooh, I'm hearing that song. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. You're like, I feel abandoned. What am I doing here? I feel like people just be letting me down left and right. I know I need to release this attachment. So I am creating a plan. And that's where your silence comes in again. This person is triggered by you. And they keep having old patterns that surface. Whether this is your karmic, your ex, somebody that you're trying to break up with, somebody that you're trying to leave. And you're disappointed, like, I thought I never felt love like this before. You guys could be like a life past 6, 8, or 9. But you don't have to be. You guys could be seeing 11, 11, 1, 1, 1. Okay, tell me what's going on for soulmates, divine counterparts. Anything not of the light or the divine plan is no longer welcome here. And must leave immediately. Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors. And thank you, spirit guides. Ooh, okay. Besties that are soulmates, okay? You are going through physical and emotional ascension symptoms. You guys are needing space and rest, and oh, I love this. You guys are getting space. You're creating space and rest, but from a higher perspective, and you are releasing old energy. So we have growth, 10, 10. Anything else for the soulmates? Ooh, separated or together, we are working in tandem with each other. You guys don't even have to be around each other to just be on the same wavelength. When you are in lockstep, you are in lockstep. You guys be thinking the same things at the same times. You guys be finishing each other's sentences. You guys are each other's, like, cheerleader, like, campaign manager, like, you guys do not speak ill of one another. You guys be handling the details of any, you know, arguments or disagreements in private. You guys don't show people that. You guys are in lockstep. So whether separated or together, you guys are always working in tandem with one another. Aww. Or maybe you didn't feel like that recently, but that's where you guys are going. That's where you guys are headed. You maybe needed some type of time apart, or you needed an upheaval or a setback or an argument to take place so you could get back into lockstep. Okay. Then we're going to get into the singles. I'm not going to give in to fear. I know fear is only an illusion. Maybe somebody here feels like they're going to be single forever. Like, or that there are no good people out here. I'm not going to give in to fear. I know fear is only an illusion. We got new love. Forgiving and learning. Codependency. and healing family issues and trust. Okay, for those of you that are single, or this could also be for anybody, you could take any of the messages. The situation is calling for you to have faith. A new person has stirred up romantic feelings, and as you release and heal from the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So there were some people that really hurt you in love. And it has made you codependent in some ways. Maybe at the beginning when you first started dating, you were like, oh my gosh, love me. I have all this love to give. Let me love you. And then because you got hurt, you were like, hold on. I don't know about any of that. And so you maybe went from being too trusting, being codependent, not realizing that you were being codependent, not realizing that you were triggering things in other people because they didn't have love like that. They weren't vibrant like that. That now you are forgiving and learning, and you are releasing the past. Like, hey, that's what happens. Like, I've learned from those mistakes. I'm not codependent like that anymore. And so now you're healing family issues. Again, tying back into the collective message with being the person that's like resilient and having to break all the curses and the things. Like, you always felt like it was something that was dragging you. Your love life is benefiting as you forgive your parents. And so you might not be talking to these parents, but you're going to be forgiving them because you know what it's going to do for your life. You're like, I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing this for me. This is what's bringing you new love. Sorry, I'm like yelling. This is what's bringing you new love. So trust, after, you're letting go of fear, you're releasing fear, you know that it's only an illusion. The situation is calling for you to have faith, but because you are releasing these wounds, because you are healing from family hardship, your family hardships, family wounds, generational curses. Let's get you guys an angel number. Okay, we got 10. You guys see that? Where'd it go? 10, 5, 1. If anybody wants to drop in the comments what 1 or 1051 means, okay, 1051. That is your guys' angel number. That is your guys' angel number. I know, don't those numbers sound familiar? If any of you guys just got deja vu, then that angel number is probably definitely for you. You were born at 1051. Okay, guys, last but not least, you have good news coming in. Do not forget that you are the sun. Do not forget. Do not forget. Do not forget. Okay, people are going to be conforming to how you maneuver. That might shock you. People are going to want to hear what you have to say. You were born ready. You were a born leader. You change the game daily. You drop mics daily. You're stepping into your power. You're getting ready for this transition unapologetically. You got your prayers up. A lot of you guys are fasting. You're purging out all these toxins, all this poison that's put in the food and everything else if you're in the States. And what else? Yeah, you're showing people classes in session. You're like, I know. I got the dots connected. Don't get mad at me because I know what's going on and I don't care to explain it to you. Okay, you guys are very intuitive in realizing, like, I know when to explain, I know when to fold them, I know when to hold them. Period. The end. Okay, if you guys are looking for a similar message, okay, if you guys are looking for a similar message, there is, hold on. Okay, hold on, where'd it go? Okay, so the message was someone is intimidated by your influence and your integrity. That could be your guys' message. And then brace yourself, everyone is out for blood, or people effing up by knocking on you, praying for your downfall. Ain't none of that worked. None of it. So again, this is your confirmation that you change the game. You connect the dots. You see the big picture. You know what's going on. Everything's changing. Everything's shifting. People are waking up. And those that don't want to, their problem. Okay, those that don't want to, that's very unfortunate for them. Hi, Alexis. Hi, Prototype. Again, you guys, let's send prayers and love to people affected by these hurricanes, these storms, these floods, these fires, wherever you guys are in the world. I know that there is a storm going towards Florida right now, and they're still trying to pick up the pieces from Helene. So if you guys do pray, or whoever you pray to, I just ask that if you do, that we send love and prayers their way. Because we have a lot of Soul Tribe. We have a lot of our collective is in Florida. Some of you guys could be from there. And just kind of like with the stuff that happened in Maui, the stuff that happened in North Carolina, there's a lot going on. So our prayers need to be all the way up. There's a lot going on in the world, and we got our eyes wide open. Okay? You are ready for this transition. You are being silent about how you are in lockstep with the universe, in lockstep with God, in lockstep with the divine. You don't got to explain nothing to nobody. King Kong ain't got nothing on you. Silence is your superpower. You're shifting not only in love, but in gratitude. The ops want you to be humble and sit down, and they don't even have a clue. I mean, really. Your guys' song for this message could be Nat King Cole, Unforgettable. The Destiny Swapper Poachers. I mean, seriously, access denied. You've got unbelievable self-love coming in, and you're going to have people on Do Not Disturb. You're not people on Do Not Disturb. And I love that for you guys. Thank you guys. I love you guys so much. I'm sending loves, hugs, kisses, prayers. Okay, let's all pray for one another. If we pray, remember, all beliefs are welcome here. So I'm not trying to offend anybody, but there's a lot going on in the world, and we need to pray. Oh my gosh, we need to pray. Okay? So praying for those in Florida, praying for those that are in recovery everywhere, because there's so many different places being affected right now by what is going on. And I feel like everyone just needs prayers. Everyone just needs a little bit more love. And yeah, praying for love and protection your guys' way. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to smash the you know what, hit the bell, duh. You guys do not want to miss out. If you guys like specific channeled writing, that message is now uploaded on Patreon. All important links are in the description box. And yeah, I look forward to reading your guys' affirmations below. Bye, guys.